All right, I'm about to go to bed. um, Wanted to quickly just update you on how things are going, what's going on in my life. Yeah, so today, was it March 27th, 2026? It's a Friday. Yeah, I made the decision the other day. I really think that studying exercise physiology within my honors is more aligned with my goals long term in terms of understanding how we can best increase people's longevity, health span, rather than focusing on things like biomechanics. Um, I'd rather have maybe a more general understanding of biomechanics compared to exercise physiology. I think periodization, knowing what to do in different stages of someone's training is huge. Um, so, whether I end up being a strength and conditioning coach one day, physiotherapist, get a PhD in exercise physiology, whatever, like, I think it makes a lot more sense to go down the exercise phys path for my honors rather than biomechanics. Maybe I'm going to be wrong, and that's something that's kind of been getting me a bit anxious lately. Like, honestly, all of today I was thinking about it a lot. It scares me thinking like, fuck, am I, missing an opportunity with the swim team by not looking at their biomechanics? Like, should I overload myself? Like, should I put on more work on my shoulders to get to do this, to have this opportunity? Like, would I miss this opportunity later in the future? I don't know. It's something that I think about. But I think end of the day, like, my whole purpose is to help people maximize their performance through a structured plan, and best understanding how to make that as effective as possible. So we'll see what ends up happening. I'm just trying to figure it out. I got a fade today. I feel good about it. It makes me feel good having a fade. I feel fresh. Definitely still thin on the top. Hopefully I'm not thinning continuously. Hopefully I'm not continuing to thin. But yeah, feeling good about a little fade. I went to Oddfellows today on Waterpolo. It was really nice to catch up with Ali and get that haircut in. But besides that, what else happened today? I trained the water polo team. It was their last session of the season. They won their tournament last week, which was great, and they were pretty fatigued today. Like, I realized I probably should have just kept the workout easy for them. They weren't really in the mood to like work hard. They were like, okay, we're done. Let's just celebrate, in that whole mentality. So I realized that throughout the workout, and it'll help me moving forward with teams understand, like, how do I best cater to their needs, right? So I know for future reference, like, people are probably going to be fatigued right after doing some sort of tournament, especially one that they win and they just want to chill out. So if they are going to work out, keep it light, keep it fun, playful, instead of putting a lot of volume and intensity on them. Because that's what I did today. I did like 3 sets. Like, we're doing 3 supersets of exercises. Within each superset, there was 2 exercises, 10 reps each for 3 sets. So a bit higher volume than normal, or at least for the last few weeks. And they were like just completely zoned out the whole time. They just didn't want to fucking be there. Not because of me, I hope, but they're just tired. Besides that, I got some snacks at like a Lebanese store today after I got my haircut. I got some like ketchup chips, just like a Canadian thing, but they just had them at the store, so I got those. I got some baklava. I got rose water. I'm gonna make some cholezard soon. Besides that, I got a protein bar. I had some protein. I had a decent amount of protein today, but I forgot to get my protein shakes in. So I was probably under for my protein levels today. I was pretty angry today. I found, like, just overall, I just didn't want to associate with what was around me, like, I find, like, with this path, trying to get better, grow, change, it requires me to just like be in my mind and to not let the thoughts of others, dictate my decisions. I have to be willing to like say no more often and be okay with that. And what that requires is me spending a lot of time alone, I think. Um, I thought back to what it was like to live in Vancouver prior to coming to Halifax. And I just remember there's a lot of people there just like, they have a cold face. They're just pretty locked into their life and don't really care about what's going on in your life. It was a lot more fast paced back home. But I think there's a lot of reasoning behind that. There's a lot of reason why people aren't just like talking to you as you know, bump into someone that you know all the time. Like there's plenty of people on campus that I know that I bump into every day. And sometimes you have to keep the sentences short, like keep the convo short, because you don't have the time to like have a full in-depth conversation with every single person. Time is valuable, and you have limited energy, limited focus, so it doesn't make sense for me to just divide that among everyone. So I've been learning to say no to giving people my attention in any way, shape, or form. And I'm learning to accept like I have my answers for myself. I'm the one that has to make the mistakes, make the decisions, and figure things out on my own. I can learn as much as I can from people's advice, but I have to be the one that puts in the reps. That's how you learn best. Like, you're not going to squat 200 pounds for the first time when you're in the gym. It takes consistency and exposure to the stimulus to best understand, how do I squat properly? Like the form, the intensity, how consistently I need to train in order to get the intensity required to continue adaptation. It's the same thing with everything else in life. In order to create change, you must be willing to do things differently, and spend a lot of time thinking about how you're going to do things differently. Anything that you want requires deep focus. So if focus is your most important currency, you have to be really careful of how you use your focus, where you put your attention. I definitely had my setbacks today, like moments where I just wanted to be on my phone for hours. I've definitely had moments today where I was on my phone longer than I wanted to be. I don't know, at some point you're just really tired. I need to learn to overcome that and do better. And one message that kept popping up in my head today was, you just got to follow the plan. Just follow the plan. Just follow the fucking plan. And I feel like that's going to be a big motto in my life moving forward. It's just follow the fucking plan. Follow the routine, because consistency will bring you the success that you want. Like, when you're consistent, things become easier. Like, when I am doing a pull-up for the first time, I'm fucking exhausted after a few reps. But then when I'm super consistent, it's so much easier. Like, I can rep it out like crazy, and it's like nothing. Like, things have to become normalized to you, and the only way to do that is through consistency. Consistent exposure is key. So you just gotta fucking follow the plan. There is a plan in line. Like, there are a set of things that I must do every day in order to have the success that I want. If I don't do those things, I'll not get where I want to be. So I gotta follow the fucking plan. Even if I don't understand what the full plan is right now, I gotta hold space for that plan. The plan to be, the plan that should be right now. You have to assume that it's going to require, whatever it is you want, is going to require all your focus. Because until you get it, you don't know what it takes in order to get there. So you have to be willing to be a bit extreme in order to make sure that you get where it is you want to be. That's my insight for today. Yeah, I'm going to wake up at 6. I'm going to go train with Carl tomorrow. We have to do a quick photo shoot with my friend Will. He's on the swim team. He's going to be our test dummy for the photos tomorrow. So that'll be happening. and then I have to spend the rest of the day working on my research methods. Exam, got to prepare for it, study for it, and I got to work on the research paper, get it done soon so that I can make a presentation, feel confident in the presentation, and just execute on March 31st. That's the big day. So that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace, peace.